Hello, guys. Welcome to 1759 Podcast, the most talked about podcast in the city of Jos. I am by name Gift, aka Gifty, and today we are interviewing the most trending, the most talked about. She's trending everywhere in J Town. I call her a she because that's what she is. She's a trans woman, and my guest is Kim Davo, aka Arewa Hot Sauce. You have been trending in this J Town that all of us are compounding. Okay, can you please just give us a brief introduction about you, who you are, where you're from, what you do, so your fans and haters too, of course, can know you better.
So, my name is Kim. That will, like everybody knows now. I am also called Arewa Hot Sauce, and I have a brand. I'm a pastry chef, also called Arewa Hot Sauce.
Yeah.
I'm from this town, obviously. Well, I'm international now. So yeah.
Okay, I will be asking you a series of questions, like basic questions, so that your fans and haters can know what you are all about.
Sure.
So the first question is, how did you first understand your true gender identity?
So I think we try to make it sound so serious, and by labeling things and making people just choose something to just make people understand who you are. But growing up, I didn't necessarily identify myself as a trans woman. I just knew I was femme. I just knew I was a woman. I didn't know what it was, but I didn't ever see myself as a man.
Yeah.
So it was just something I grew up just saying. I just had to understand the labeling so that people would understand, like, this is what it is.
Yeah.
It just came.
Yeah. But your second question is just simple. What has been your biggest struggle as a trans woman? Like the difficulties you faced transitioning, like, you understand?
I think the biggest struggle is just understanding that I am not a problem like the society decide or has taught me to be. So that has been the most difficult struggle, because it's mentally draining to just fight all these externals to understand that I am God.
Yeah.
So like everyone should learn to deal with it.
Yeah. For your third question, what do you hope your future will look like after transition?
The future is now for me.
It's in the present.
So I just go
You
with the
live
flow.
in the
I live in the
present.
flow. I enjoy my life.
Yeah.
I'm not hating anything. So I'm very sure that whatever the future brings, I'm going to be enjoying it. I'm going to be living the best of it.
So you don't have a future. Your future is
My future
now.
is right now. So I'm already living it, and I'm happy. And so I know that whatever it is,
And it's not too difficult.
it is something you have to learn to accept, educate yourself, and yeah, just good.
Okay. For your fourth question, how can people be more accepting of the transgender community? You know, the way this world is right now, transgenders are seen as a taboo. What in Nigeria? Transgenders are seen as taboos. People despise them. People see them as something evil, like something like an abomination. So what do you think?
To me, I have learned to embrace being seen as that evil thing, because evil is not a bad thing. We all have evil. It's just that we pretend, or we don't want it to happen because we think evil is bad. But no, if people decide to see me as evil, bring it on. But the evil that you are thinking it's what it is, to me, I already know what it is, so I'm happy with it. Call it what you want to call it. I am accepting it. So I feel like people should be more educating. People should not be assuming things. Instead, ask questions. And for the fact that people like me have been here for centuries. Should just let people understand that this is a DNA something. It's not something that is just you learn or somebody forces you to do it. No. So people should learn to be more educating of, not even, they should educate themselves on what they hate so much. Maybe they would understand that that thing is not as body were told or
That's a very good point, because most times this generation that we are, most people are hypocrites. Most of them actually partake in more evil thing, but they judge others.
True. So true.
May God help them. Let's pause for a second. There are more interesting stuff going on. Stay and watch to the end. But before that, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on TikTok, IG, Facebook. The link is in the description below. For your sixth question, it says, what advice would you give to someone who is unsure about their gender identity? Like people that, okay, I want to use bisexuals as an example. No offense, but what advice would you give people that are not sure? You don't know if you are gay, you don't know if you are straight, you are just in the middle of everything.
I think everyone should just listen to themselves. You all have the answers. What you have to do is listen to yourself. As you listen to yourself, educate yourself. The internet is very vast now. You would have a lot of information that would actually help you. And then find people who you think are your tribe, who can actually be there to give you answers because they have the same thoughts or the same thinking as you. I think it will help you just be a better person. And plus, you should take space because you deserve the space. Everybody is perfectly made. There was no mistake. I don't understand why they want to make it look like, even if it was a mistake, God made that mistake and dropped it here for a reason. So don't let anybody make you feel like you don't deserve to be somewhere. Do that thing, love yourself, and like, so just show.
Go on with your life. Okay, for your seventh question, this is a bit tricky. Like, how has the lack of support and resources impacted your health? Like mentally, spiritually, psychologically, socially. How has this impacted?
First of all, I'm going to be talking based on my experience. I know how it's a very tough. Life is tough on, let's say, street people. It is times 10 for people in my community.
Yes.
So it is generally a very difficult thing, and people find it. A lot of people find it difficult to access help and support because of just how people see them. But I am lucky to have found a space or people who have accepted me and loved me and support me. And so I've not faced a lot of mental stress and mental all that. Yes, it gets to you, but then when you learn to love yourself and find people who would actually support and love you, it's not, yes, exactly. So I would just advise people to actually find people they would relate to and talk to and like express themselves to help set off all the exactly the pressure and to help you with finding help from the right people.
Okay, for your eighth question, can you talk about your experiences with expressing your gender, like talking about who you are to people? Most people say what you are, but who you are, telling people this is the kind of person I am, accept it.
So the thing is, first of all, they have made us to think of it as a very uncomfortable thing to talk about. So most of the times we try to avoid wanting to talk about it in spaces, but then I try to take space whenever I'm given the opportunity to. I try to educate people around me. And it's mostly uncomfortable. When you are genuine, like 100% yourself, you have to say that. You have to talk about it. And if the people don't like it, then bitch, excuse me. But
we're not supposed to say that.
But I mean,
so do you get criticized? Like, do they point fingers and say, oh, what does it? Are you not supposed to be a man?
I know, but that's the word. That's supposed. I don't know what that word means because I've never for once
saw yourself as a man.
My reality has never shown me that. So I'm just living my reality and living what I am saying. And I'm sorry if you find it uncomfortable, but then We are all here.
What do you tell these people when you tell them I'm a trans woman? When they criticize you, what do you tell them?
Most of the times I don't really tell people who are not my friends, who are not in my like personal space. I don't care what you want to think or what you.
But you identify as it, and people see you. What expression did they give, and what reaction did you give? How do you react?
This is where, like, to me, I've learned to embrace it. I've learned to know that I am a trans woman.
Yeah.
Not really special, but I know. But that, and people are going to always talk about me. Am I going to keep running? No.
Okay, for your ninth question, in your opinion, how does the media impact how people view transgender people? Like, how does the media affect?
It gives people the impression that we're sexual beings, or that we're out here trying to prey on everyone's husband or like everyone's boyfriend. I don't even know. And I know people who are in the community who have never had sex before, and they don't even like the idea of it. They just know they are this way. They know. They just know because and you understand. So it's not always about sex. People always want to make it about sex because straight people are very sexual beings, so they always want to make everything sexual. But it's not about the sex. And the media always want to push that out. But then trans women are like everybody. Like, it's not just about straight people. If the world is so diverse that if you sit down and listen, people are different. They're not just the basic two things you're thinking. Adam and Eve bullshit. It doesn't happen. So
I understand.
The world is diverse.
The world is like Michael Jackson would say, we are different colors, one people.
Exactly.
And you want people to accept trans women as they are, for who they are, who they identify as. Okay, for your last and final question, how are you to leave this environment? I mean, you're stressed. Okay, what is one positive thing about being a trans woman that you are grateful for? Okay, in your whole life, one positive thing that you know that this is what being a trans woman has brought to me.
Wow. Basically, I would say everything. Whether it is the good, the bad, and the ugly, I think it sums up who I am today and all my experience. So I'm grateful for literally everything. There are times I wished I was actually gone straight because of how much pressure. But then I've learned to understand that there's no mistake. There is nothing by its mistake, down to the smallest thing on this person. So why should I see myself as a mistake? It doesn't make sense. If God is so perfect, He can never do a mistake. So I'm sure this is just part of my journey as a spiritual being, because there's more to this than yes. So yeah.
That's super amazing. So all these people that are coming at you will know what you are about, what you are here for. You mean business.
I'm here to take space. I am not scared. I am not afraid. This is what it is.
You are history in the
you understand
making.
this history in the making,
Yeah.
and people should just learn how to deal with it.
So we are wrapping up the program. I know you are this you are heartbroken.
I know, right? I want to stay here forever.
I know, right? Like, so if you have anything to say to your audience, fans, followers, the whole city of Jos, this is your opportunity.
So I'm a Chrissy chef. So I make some amazing brownies. So people can come and DM me. DM me. I make the best cake. I know, right? Good. Next time I make the most amazing cakes in this town. So
when will you host me? As I've hosted you, you need
don't worry,
to
the next
host
time
me.
you tell me on time so that I will be, more prepared to get you something. Then now that I am popular, all these boutiques, she can come and be I will help you advertise your things. So yeah, I'm open for business.
My God.
That's all.
So it's going to be a wrap from 1759 podcast. I know I had too much fun. I don't want to leave this place. The energy I'm feeling right now is out of this world. I hope you guys enjoyed this show because I did. You did,
I had an amazing
obviously.
time.
So we have a merch. Check out our website. It's in the link below.
Follow me on Instagram, Facebook.
I'm feeling good, I feel like I'm feeling blessed, I day okay. Count my blessings one by one. Jay, you see what God has done. From the gutter, now we're headed to the top. Ain't no stopping, now we steady putting work. Feel the greatness in my blood. I always knew who I was. Been on FaceTime, talking to my demons. No more sad songs, I'm letting out your dance more. Through the pain now, we steady feeling great.